How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 27 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we're going to be taking a look at a possible character inclusion as DLC in the form of Rayman. So right away, a huge shout out to ThatOne because he was actually the person who made this and sent it in to me, so if you do decide to leave a comment, I will pin it so that everyone knows and where to give credit to. So make sure you guys go check out his channel if he decides to leave one, because this is an awesome PowerPoint. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what he has to say. So this PowerPoint is titled, Rayman Starts a New Legend. Rayman's likely coming to Smash. Rayman's been thrown around as a potential third-party rep in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's no doubt that he has a following that spans the world over. This limbless fellow jumped into battle way back in 1995, and ever since then, he, along with his parent company Ubisoft, have grown into titans of gaming and into gamers' hearts everywhere. So, what's the evidence for his inclusion? Well, there's quite a few, so let's jump in. He's Ubisoft's most likely newcomer. Ubisoft is no small company, and with Rayman, Rabbids, Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and Prince of Persia to their name, there's a lot to show love for. However, Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs are too adult, Prince of Persia is long dead, and Rabbids are controversial, and Rayman becomes the clear choice for Ubisoft's rep. Nevertheless, I don't think all of these series could be sitting out Smash entirely. We'll talk about more about that later. But is Ubisoft going to get a representative? Almost certainly. Ubisoft is far too close to Nintendo right now and too central to gaming in the modern era to continue denying it a rep. But don't take my word for it, this is just the introduction. We're about to get into evidence. Rayman's long history with Nintendo. Yes, history is not everything as seen with Cloud, however it certainly helps. And yes, his first game in 1995 was not on Nintendo systems, however his very next game, Rayman 2 The Great Escape, was on Nintendo's console, the Nintendo 64. This happened in 1999. Ever since then, every single Rayman and Raving Rabbid has hit Nintendo consoles at launch. Ubisoft had no large presence in Japan, so until the Wii U era, every Rayman game on Nintendo had been published by Nintendo in Japan. Suspicious Rayman Happenings in 2017 Part 1. Before we go any further, guys, I just want to let you know I am still kind of sick, so if you do hear me coughing, just know I am filming this in one take, so I'm sorry if you hear any background noises. A lot of strange stuff happened to Rayman in 2017. Here's only the first example. In early 2017, Rayman Legends Definitive Edition came to Switch. This was the only version of the game to be given this title. Within the Rayman fanbase, there was no huge demand for this game to be ported since we were hoping for a sequel to be confirmed soon. Suspicious Rayman Happenings in 2017 Part 2. On October 12, 2017, Rayman 4 was confirmed by Michael Ancel, one of Rayman's leading developers, confirmed he was ready to return to the Glade of Dreams. The strange about this is he's in the middle of production of Beyond Good and Evil 2, and Rayman 4 wouldn't even begin production until 2019 at least. It was an out-of-left-field confirmation that sounds strangely suspicious, like they wanted to keep Rayman in the news. Suspicious Rayman Happenings in 2017 Part 3. This is perhaps the weirdest bit. Rayman 1 for GBA, Rayman 3 for GBA, and Rayman Raving Rabbids for Wii was all released at the same time in May 2017. This was 2 months after the Switch, and one of them was the last Rayman game not playable between the Wii U and 3DS. This is extremely strange, as I will explain in the next slide. My explanation. Ubisoft had already negotiated Rayman for Smash by 2017. The Rayman Legends Definitive Edition was so that he had a game on Switch. Rayman 4 was to keep him in the news and relevant, and the VC ports were done to make sure that all the remaining Rayman games were on Nintendo's Wii U or 3DS. They knew those ports would not sell, as 2 are inferior GBA ports, and 1 is a highly controversial title. The only way that these 3 together make sense is something big, and it involves Nintendo. That has to be Smash. Next, we have the extreme amount of crossovers. It's fair to say that Ubisoft has done a lot of crossovers with Nintendo. First, they had the Mario, Rayman, and Luigi Glow Blocks in Rayman Legends. And then we had Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle with a DLC pack bigger than the main game that crossed over with Donkey Kong Country. Finally, we had Starlink, the battle for Atlas that had Star Fox fans clamoring to play and begging Ubisoft to create a full Star Fox next. In short, Ubisoft is getting to use a lot of Nintendo characters. Why not Nintendo using an Ubisoft character? Rayman in Smash 4. It's very rare for a large and popular series with an equally impressive third-party company being it to be represented in Smash only by a trophy when that company has no rep. I believe Rayman is the only one to ever have this happen. Furthermore, it isn't like they were last-second trophies that Ubisoft reluctantly gave. These were 3 completely original models for Smash 4, never used before or sent, created by Ubisoft and given to Sakurai, along with the rights to use them at cost. This not only shows that Ubisoft is not only open to providing IPs for Smash, but giving Nintendo a good deal for their use. Ubisoft in Ultimate. As of writing, there is no Rayman spirit in Ultimate that I've seen. Granted, GameXplain has the number at over 400 seen so far, and I clearly haven't seen them all. However, Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Kong, who are owned by Ubisoft, are spirits. This shows Ubisoft is on board with Smash Ultimate and is ready to provide IPs again. And it seems strange to give Ubisoft, of all companies, spirits with no playable reps. I could not find a good image of these spirits. Furthermore, the Rabbids official Twitter page tweeted out Rabbid Peach and Kong being spirits, but Rayman's page didn't. Either he doesn't have a spirit for some reason, or they're saving that for later. It should also not be lost on anyway that the Rabbids originally were Rayman characters. So here are some of the trophies that were put into Smash 4. Handling of DLC. Nintendo Corporate is choosing characters with Sakurai essentially saying yes or no to the character, getting no input on who actually is chosen. This helps Rayman. Why? It's simple. Corporate dealings. Nintendo has been able to consistently rely on Ubisoft games hitting Nintendo consoles, including exclusive, since at least the Wii era. And the recent crossovers, Mario & Rabbids, Kingdom Battle, and Starlink, The Battle for Atlas, did stupid well. So much so that Mario & Rabbids sequel is pretty much confirmed at this point. Nintendo would want to strengthen this partnership and would thus tell Sakurai to include Rayman. Success of the Ubisoft-Nintendo partnership. Everyone underestimates this relationship. Mario & Rabbids was so popular, Rabbid Peach got her own real legitimate Instagram page. Starlink Switch did so well that in the UK over 87% of all sales came from the Switch version alone. Mario & Rabbids even got a DLC pack that was essentially a sequel, with a real sequel almost certainly coming. Nintendo would be stupid to not push this relationship as much as possible. That's why Nintendo Corporate would choose Rayman. Ubisoft brings everything they can. If the Switch can run the game, it's getting it. And in the case of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the Switch got it despite not being able to run it. Is there any third party more worthy of some respect from Nintendo? Okay, but would Ubisoft allow Rayman? Absolutely, but don't take my word for it, take it from Ubisoft. Hey Oscar, we'd love to see Rayman join the fight in Smash Brothers, but for now we're very pleased to have 3 trophies in the game. Yesterday's hashtag Retro Rayman revealed. A Smashified hashtag Rayman? You can help make that happen. Ubisoft's feelings. Those both were official social media accounts run by Ubisoft headquarters. Neither of these posts were deleted. Ubisoft is on board with Rayman and Smash 100%. If Rayman isn't in, that's because Nintendo didn't ask, not because Ubisoft refused. In fact, that second image wasn't just a good screenshot of Legends. That's a doctored image using Legends assets to create a fake Smash stage and everything. Ubisoft wants Rayman in that much. And nothing about Brawlhalla, please. That's an Ubisoft character appearing in a Ubisoft game. Appearances in Marvel vs. Capcom didn't hurt Mega Man, Ken, or Ryu. At least, Brawlhalla is on Switch, or rather will be soon. Timing. The DLC happens next year. Why is that significant? It happens to be exactly 20 years after the release of Rayman 2: The Great Escape, the first Rayman game to ever hit Nintendo's consoles. Furthermore, he'll be only a year away from 25 years of existence total, and even better, the original game was planned to be for the SNES CD-ROM add-on and to be released sometime in 1993 or 4, had the entire peripheral not been cancelled. This could be returned to form for Rayman. He'll be returning and showing up with the characters he was meant to be with all along 25 years after the cancellation. Another interesting point, a working prototype of the original game on the SNES CD-ROM peripheral was leaked to the public with permission from Ubisoft just last year. Talks had to have happened. In order for Ubisoft stuff to be an Ultimate, Ubisoft had to have known that Smash Ultimate was a thing and had to have at least brought up the possibility for Rayman judging by their very vocal and public stance on Rayman getting into Smash. And even though Rayman wasn't included for base, Ubisoft could have given them Ubisoft properties to use in base under the understanding that Rayman would be prioritized for DLC. Similar philosophies. It's no secret Nintendo and Sakurai prefer to work with companies who share their design philosophies, also known as fun before profit. I'd make the argument that not only is Ubisoft a Western Nintendo, but Michael Ansel is a Western Sakurai. Rayman started out as high school doodles based on German, Celtic, and Russian myths. He began work on gaming when he was just 17, but never forgot Rayman. Finally, Ubisoft hired him and greenlit the project and began work on Rayman as its director when he was only 20 years old. Those who know Sakurai's backstory can see the similarities between their two stories. As for the companies themselves, you only have to compare the games to see that Ubisoft is a believer in the same ideals and ethics as Nintendo. Rayman's offerings. All other evidence aside, what does Rayman bring to the battle? Lots, in short. Not only from his own series potentially, but from plenty of others. But let's get into Rayman's moveset. Taking directly from Origins and Legends, most of his moveset is probably the best choice. It already gives stuff like aerials and dash attacks, he just needs some specials, which can come from other games, namely the original trilogy. He has his helicopter hair, rings to hang from, literally flying, and even being able to have his hands and feet work independently. He'd of course be an extremely fast fighter that can play both the long and short range games, and probably both at the same time. Assist and stage. I believe, assuming new series and DLC gets assists, that Rayman has plenty of choices to get assists. He might even get 2. Here's a brief list. Globlox, Tensy, Lil, Murphy, Rabbids, probably Kingdom Battle, Bubble Dreamer, and Barbara. I think Globlox at least would be an assist since he's Rayman's best bud and Rabbids might because Rabbids. As for stages, there are plenty of options, but the most obvious location is the Glade of Dreams. It's a simple stage with plenty of ways to build it, and it's the only location that was in every game. Representation from other series. Ubisoft is a huge company with plenty of IPs under their belt. Now, of course, they may not get assists, but they could get free spirits and even music with Rayman. Here's a brief list of series that could be offered. Zombie had a Wii U sequel, Tom Clancy, Beyond Good and Evil, Prince of Persia, Rabbids, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, Grow Home, and Starlink: The Battle for Atlas. I have no doubt in my mind Ubisoft would not provide these IPs for inclusion at a reasonable price. This just gets you excited to see just what Ubisoft would bring, doesn't it? Summary and conclusion. In case that was a lot, here's the highlights. Rayman's popular and is possible. Ubisoft rep is likely, Rayman being the best choice from this company. Rayman has had a long history with Nintendo. 4 strange things happened with Rayman in 2017. Nintendo and Ubisoft crossovers are already common. Ubisoft has had a presence in 2 different Smashes now with no reps. The way DLC is being handled helps Rayman. The Nintendo-Ubisoft partnership is too good to potentially sour. Summary and conclusion part 2. Ubisoft is very publicly on board with Rayman in Smash. The timing, history-wise, is perfect for Rayman. Talks with Ubisoft nearly guaranteed, ideals shared between companies leading to easier dealings. Rayman and Ubisoft have a lot to bring to Smash, so Rayman should get the nod to join. In short, there's a lot behind this character, and Ubisoft ain't going to let this chance pass them by without a fight. Rayman has had a very good shot to be in DLC, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's time. Time for Rayman to awaken once more and set forth on a new adventure, one that will take him farther than he has ever been. It's time for Rayman to start a new legend in Smash. So now that we've gone over this entire thing, are you guys convinced that Rayman is going to be in Smash's DLC? Honestly, at this point, I am. There's a lot of evidence regarding Rayman's inclusion, and I could totally see him in. But make sure you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that Rayman's going to be in Smash, and would you be happy if he was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.